Well, I don't know what happened there. I was videoing and it just went off for some reason. I don't know. Something was wrong. I don't know what it is. I'll sort it out later. But anyway, what I've done is I started me. I put the inner box in to give me a bit of support. But I've done. That's the one I'd just done. And I'd started off where I'd marked up all the paper. I'd put the box on and then just marked around with me a little pencil in white. And once I'd done that, I then measured an inch, because it's about an inch there. And I measured an inch, and then I added a little bit on the end to go over the top of the book. So it's about 1.5 inches. It depends on the size of your book. I mean, if it's a 2-inch book, if it's 2 inches high, you need 2 inches and then the 1/2 inch, or how much you want to go over. It's up to you. I quite like 1/2 inches. I mean, you can put in what you like. But what I did was I glued up the back of the box as I did on the other one and turned it over. And this is a bit of a swine to work in, but this has gone in nicely and it's beautiful. Once it goes in, it's beautiful. It's a swine to work with. It's not a happy paper, and I've just eased the sides so that they. I've just released the sides so that it's took out the spring, and this card, once it's glued onto the box, is solid. There's a different sound to it when it's glued onto the box. But it does look nice when it's finished. Anyway, I'm just going to do the cuts now. And what I've done is I've cut 2 slices here along the long side, and then I'll turn it over just to exercise it in a little bit, just to push it out of the way so as you can see, anybody that wants to see. And then what I've got then is that this bit will come around the side and glue in and hold the things together like so. But I don't want that top bit on, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure up. I only want this bit here. This is the bit I want here. That's all I want, that bit there. I want that. So all I'm going to do is put my ruler on and just cut the top. We don't want to cut that at all. We just want to cut the top here at the line, straight across, and then the ruler does fit in because it's just about the inch, and cut the little bit out because we don't need that at all. That's not needed on voyage. We cut that out, and now you can see that when it rolls around and this goes over the top, this bit will slide in. And I don't actually need it that length, so I could cut off just a smidgen, and I think I'll just cut off about 1 inch, 1/2 inch. I don't need a lot. I don't want to need any bulk. And I'll do the same on the other side. I don't know if you can see that. So I'll just cut the top here and then cut along. Oops. This ruler's bent and it will move. I need a new one. I keep saying that. I should really get myself one. It's one that once they're bent out of shape, they're no good. And this is an English one. I bought one from China. Good God, what a state that is. There's more bends in that than there is in donkey's back leg. See, and that'll go over like that. So I'll take off a little bit I don't need, and that's a bit at the end there that would have been marked on the last one but wasn't. And I can just cut it off. If you mark these up properly, you can see all the things where you need to actually cut off. Then you just go around and do that on every corner. I hope the thing doesn't switch off again. Okay, so I'll go and do this. You can do it rather quickly once you get going. I'm doing it slowly, so I'll do this one here while I'm here. And then work that off. Not needed on voyage. I always err on the side of caution because you can always cut it off, but you can't add it. Once you've cut it off, it's gone. It irritates you if you've got to start cutting again, but at least being irritated is not as bad as being frustrated because you've got nothing there to cut. There we go. So that's that bit that goes on the side, so I'll cut the two little end bits off. There we go. I'll keep moving these out of the way because I don't like pieces lying around the table. I don't like untidiness. I'll cut that bit off there. And there we are. So that's that. And it is a little bit high, so I can, how high is it? Yeah. This is only to hold the box sides in, so it doesn't, it's not too much of a sweat. Check there's no bubbles on the bottom, because that's the piece you can see. Two sides to go in. I'm hoping to get this done before our Wendy gets here. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take a little bit off them. A little bits at the side here, just here. Just so it tucks in nicely when you put the, because this is the side wall and then this will go over and you need a little bit there, just there. You need a little bit there, a little lip, which will cover up the top of the box and then fold in, but yet have enough room to pass into the inside. Anyway, I'll do that on a thing. This is just a memo for me. It's not for anything what they call them. It's just a thing for me, a memory guide for me, really. If I make a proper one for the YouTube, I shall make a point of doing that part of it. I'm just cutting the bits up here. I eyeball them. You can use a ruler and do it thing. You should do really, but I usually find what I do is pretty good. Once you get used to it, it's just sort of second nature. Better do these while I'm here. See what I've got here. Yeah, about 2 millimeters up and about a millimeter in. Because it's only a millimeter board. I keep thinking I'm in 2 millimeters, so I've got to remind myself every couple of seconds that I'm not working with 2 millimeter board. I'm working with 1 millimeter board. If you forget one of these, you'll find that when you turn it over, you can still cut it later on. It's not inescapable fault, but you'll find it all bunches up at the corner and you think, what the hell is that? It's because you've forgotten to put one of these little cuts in. I'll just check around to make sure ours one. I usually miss one or two of these. Not good. I spend a lot of time on this, and I don't know anybody that looks inside a box to see what you've done. They don't get with monkeys. Nobody cares. But I know it's been done, so that makes the difference. That's the difference, you know. There we are, that's that done. And that's that done, and that done. Okay, we're ready for gluing now then. So I'll glue the ends in paste, and then it's the same thing. I don't want to put too much glue on, I'll just move that out of the way. Nothing I need there. I will need that in a moment. I need my bone folder. It's not a bone folder, it's a Teflon folder. Bone folder is made of bone. And the Teflon folder is made of Teflon. So I don't make a Teflon bone folder. That makes sense, does it? Okay, let's try that. Let's get that little beastie in. Put the sides in. That will hold the box together then, and cover up the corner. It covers up the corner nicely there, that little piece. This is a little, well, it's not an invention I made, it's probably all over bloody YouTube somewhere, but I haven't seen it, so when I have seen it I'll give deference to whoever's done it and apologise. But I did do this without knowing. I mean, this was something that I actually did without actually knowing, which was my own little effort. Usually I give deference to whoever's given me the ideas, if there are any ideas, and I get most of it from YouTube in any case. Yeah, this is turned from paper into something you've got, from paper to something you've got to fight. It's a dibble, it's a little dibble it is. Keep looking at my camera to make sure it hasn't. It went off last time. It turned itself off. Must have been too hot. I'll try and put the minimum on this. The less you put on, the better it is, up to the right amount. You need the right amount, and everything needs gluing, but you don't need excess. Excess causes bubbles and all sorts of problems. It goes in quicker and better if you can get it just right. Put that side in. Yeah, it's going in nicely now. Usually when it's going in nicely I've forgotten something. It's going when things are going along swimmingly. Yeah, these edges seem to be it's a bit longer than I anticipated, the internal dimensions, but they are going in at the correct better put a bit of pressure on that. Don't want too much of a bulge. I've left a lot of latitude in this one, more than the others. The others were really good fits, but this has got a little bit more latitude, and yeah, looking good. So there we are, that's the two sides in. Now I've got to put the ends in. Yeah, it's getting really really sticky now, this glue, when you get into the end of it. And I'm picking all the garbage up from the bottom of the bowl. So I'll have to give it a good rinse and wash out and get rid of all the rubbish and refill it again. I keep using the same old pot, but I do like that pot. It's quite a nice pot. I'd like 2 or 3 more, but you can only use one glue pot at a time. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, a little bit out there. I was just a little bit out there. Just a little bit out. So if I wasn't in such a hurry, I'd probably get it exact. And the bowl folder's pretty good for getting these little knotty bits out. I'm trying to get finished before my daughter comes. I don't want it to... You can see those lumps where you've left the edges, but it's quite difficult to see. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. You just about see it. But it's not unpleasant. It's not an ugly joint. So there's nothing that sticks out, and everything's level. That's one of the things, and it's simple to make. That's why I like these. I like simple things. I don't when I'm doing things, I like to get on and do them in a rush. I want to do 1 or 2. I never do 1. I always do 2 or 3. Or when I finish that thing, I've got 12 volumes of that. History of the Fart and Rise and Fall of the Roman Empire by Gibbon. When I finish that, I'll be sick of the same colour. You get fed up with the same colour. I'd hate to work it. I would hate to be an actual book binder, a proper book binder, do the job day in, day out job. You're crazy. Doing the same old thing all day. Oh dear. These at least I can change around. I mean, I get fed up after one. I've got a short attention span, but anyway, nearly finished. Yeah. Push this over and see how, if I'm in or out. Might be a little bit out there, I think. Yeah, I thought I was. Yeah, I knew I was. I'm out there. Don't know how I did that. No idea. Never mind. Well, there's a little bit of pressing, finishing and messing to do, but basically it's done. Yeah. So there she is. That's the finished box top and the bottom, and they fit quite nicely. And there they are, empty box. And I can't put the book in yet because these are a bit. Well, I can put it in the base. Yes, I can. I can. Sorry, yes, I can. I will do that, and I'll put it in the base. There she goes. I'll put that in. And it's just a diary for my daughter, and I might put a bit of tissue paper on it and things like that just to give it a nice finish. And there she is, the little book. So the other two are, oh, it takes me just to get around. So that one's in sort of red, that one's in blue, that one's in maroon, and there's 3 of them. I've done 3. That's one for my son-in-law. One for my daughter, and that's for my sister. So there you are, jobbed, and I'll stop there.